Hello everyone. As a part of this document, we will be working on an organization and its two prominent leaders. So I have sent you another document by name company and leaders. Just open the document, you will see what is the company that is selected and leaders that we are supposed to analyze. So the company that we have selected is Apple Inc. and the leaders are Steve Jobs and Tim Cook. We are supposed to compare leadership profiles of Steve Jobs and Tim Cook. Our paper starts with introduction of the organization, speak about the organization and organization's what is the stock name of the what where the organization is trading. It may be like in on Nasdaq and what is the ticker and what is the stock market value. What is the stock market on which it is running? It is trading. Next, discuss about company's products and services. Then annual revenue, how much it is generating in last year, this year, and what is the difference that we are supposed to discuss. And you are supposed to mention what are the important concepts that you will be covering in this document to evaluate the business leader that you have selected. So for this section, this section you are supposed to write using after completing the section 3. Section 3 discusses about core concepts of the leadership subject that we have studied and some of the important concepts that we have covered. So to understand what concepts on which we will be evaluating the leader, just cross check at the bottom. Among these, select any six. Six is enough. Not more than six you are supposed to select because the word limit of the concept is six. Say for example, if you take trait approach, and you are supposed to evaluate under trait conditions how Steve Jobs function and how Tim Cook work. So you are supposed to define what is trait approach and how and when the leaders were applied the approach that has to be discussed. You can cross check internet for information like Steve Jobs and trait approach. You will get some basic information related to that. By quoting the reference, you can finish writing about it. So like this, you are supposed to select five different concepts, five to six different concepts, and you are supposed to work on it. So make sure you use behavioral approach, transformational leadership, adaptive leadership, leadership ethics. These four are very important, and remaining two you can select from any other options. You can select the remaining four. So I take this one also. These five, make sure it use these five options, and any other one option you can choose from remaining elements. Okay. So now at this for this statement you are supposed to mention in this paper we will be evaluating uh, Tim Cook and Steve Jobs based on the following concepts. Namely, you mention all the type of approaches that we are using in bold color. So that is crucial. Next, discuss about each leader. So maybe like if Steve Jobs, what is his name, what is his education, industry, whatever the questions that are asked here, that has to be finished. Approximately for each leader, you will get 100 words. Mention their name properly and ensure you properly given details regarding that. And if you check the topic that is given to you, like already given this one, in this, mostly that information will be available. So make sure you exactly change this content to relevant option. Okay. So here, these are leadership details and company related information is also there in the document. So for example, leadership analysis is there. Company name really not given here, but I guess let me check. So this is the company name and not properly given all the information as it was asked in the document, but you can use some of the information from here also. So after completing these two sections, straight away start this section. So as I mentioned at the bottom of the document, I have already mentioned five different sections. Take one more section, make it six different sections. And for each section, for each type of approach, how each leader is performing, each leader utilized those concepts in successfully running the business that has to be mentioned here. So you can also discuss in this way leader A, leader B, and leader A, what kind of concepts he will be discussing, whether he's he used a transformational leadership quality, adaptive leadership quality, situational leadership quality, what kind of qualities he used that you can mention separately. Again, you can mention some of the important elements that exclusively used by the leader B, Then some, if we have some common concepts that you can discuss, like leader A and B both have the following leadership qualities, that in that way you can mention. So first identify what type of leader is Steve Jobs and what kind of leader is Tim Cook. First, exclusively write about leader A and leader B. Then, some of the collective, common leadership qualities of Tim Cook and Steve Jobs that has to be discussed separately. So, it will consist of three different sections. First one is exclusive leadership style of leader one, exclusive leadership style of leader two, second one, and the third one is common leadership qualities of leader A and leader B. After this, we will be working on leadership effective assessment, which we simplify five different paragraphs we are supposed to write. Each paragraph consists of 100 words and 100, other 70 words, 75 words approximately. So we should answer these questions. Among these two leaders, who is more ethical and who is more progressive leader? Like that, you are supposed to evaluate these four or five questions that are given here that has to be discussed. It's a very simple aspect. So just simply whether you will be go with Steve Jobs, whether you will go with Tim Cook. Otherwise, if both are okay, you can mention your comments. In that way, you are supposed to discuss, and it should be in five different paragraphs. Each for it should be look like five different people wrote it. Okay. Next is conclusion. Sorry, you can make four paragraphs. Each 100 and four different paragraphs has to be there. This should be four paragraphs. Four different people. It should look like four different people wrote it. Later, we will be concluding the document. So we start describing what is the purpose of writing this document. Then we discuss what is the company that we have selected and who are our leaders. And we briefly explain what are the leadership styles of for leader one and leadership two. And finally, we conclude what are some common characteristics of both the employees and who is a more ethical and more the proper leader, like more better leader among two people. That we conclude it. By this, your document will be completed. Okay. So additional resources. So we are supposed to give one main resource. Textbook reference has to be included, and at least two academic articles, academic journals or articles has to be given in the document as a reference. Okay, that's main requirement. At least four references has to be included in your paper. This is the key requirement. All the best, team. Do well. Thank you.